Going live. You're live. Hey, you got 10 viewers already? Can you hear me? Am I here? I think I am. How's everyone doing? Good morning. This is when my morning starts, all right? My schedule is crazy right now, so I did not plan on waking up early today. I did not. What's up, Bob, Dave, Solidus, Bad Hombre? Am I live? We good? Can you hear me? I should be, right? What's up, Dylan? Let's go ahead and, I guess, retweet this out. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about this Xbox event, Inside Xbox, and everyone upset. A lot of people upset. We're going to talk about it, though. Let me just make sure, I'm good. Because, YouTube and things. Loud and clear? Okay, cool. What's up, Hustle? Mech, Master Shake? How's everyone doing? I actually was planning on getting up this morning and doing a live reaction. But I woke up, West Coast, Best Coast. Woke up at 7:30. The show started at 8. I look at my phone, I'm like, nah. I look at the time, I'm like, I kind of want to stay in bed a little bit longer. So I slept for another 15 minutes and woke up, saw some DMs. I saw people, they're getting ready to stream or getting ready for the show. I'm like, I got to get up, and I knew I wasn't going to make it. I'm like, there's no way. I barely had time to brush my teeth and get dressed and sit down. That's all I had time for. So the show was already on. I missed the beginning, which I'm going to go ahead and play. But you guys are seeing it. I'm not going to react right now. I already seen it. I caught up. But yeah, I'm just letting you know how the morning went. I didn't even get to make a cup of coffee. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this and, get ready to be on camera and stuff. So I don't know. That didn't happen. But I still wanted to talk about the show and the games they showed and everything. Microsoft, putting it out there like, hey, we're going to be showing all this gameplay. It's the first look at next gen. And so I think everyone who was expecting that gameplay, right, they really stood to that, oh, we're going to get this gameplay. It's going to be crazy. I think they're disappointed right now because they really, I guess, believed Xbox and Microsoft. I don't know. This game right here, I did not see. This looking like some Titanfall stuff. And it looks like gameplay. I think what it is people want full-on demos. They want to see proof oh, this is real. This is really gameplay. It's not a vertical slice. It's legit, somebody with a controller in their hands. I'm assuming that's what people want. They want to see a UI. They want to see buttons being pressed. They want to see crowd reactions. I don't know. The crowd ain't there. We ain't getting that. But I'm not sure what it is that they want because I saw some gameplay and I honestly missed this one though. This is Titanfall. What is this? But yeah, I came in after this. And I think I missed Aaron Greenberg's really bad looking webcam. I guess he was he's using a Kinect from last gen or something for his webcam. I'm not sure, but I missed that part too. I think I came in after that. Oh yeah, this is this bright memory thing. Okay, I did see the title for that. So this is where I started watching earlier. This is what I started watching. What's up, Merc? VGL? I got my coffee, you guys. I'm feeling good. I am awake. I'm awake, man. It took me a while, but I'm here. You know what's interesting is when I'm drinking coffee and trying to talk to you guys, I feel like I'm having more trouble talking. My mouth is full of I don't know, it's weird. Water is the way to go, I guess. I usually go with water. But I'm feeling good. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? John, Millennial, Unforgiven, what's up? How are you guys feeling after this show? I know a lot are disappointed. I'm just gonna tell it like it is for me. I didn't expect anything from this. I expected, of course, third party. My expectations, I really didn't have any. I didn't have low, I didn't have high. I wasn't really thinking about it too much. I just figured, well, if I get up early enough, I'll do a reaction and we could talk about it. You know, I could stream. I'm in a stream mode right now. I'm just all about like streaming on Twitch and stuff. So I just figured, well, I'll just stream on Twitch. Whoever comes to hang out will hang out. Like that's all I really thought about. I wasn't really thinking about what they would show and making predictions or any of that. I didn't do any of that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just really had no expectations. So I'm not trying to like quote unquote damage control or nothing. I know I'm going to get that. I know some people are going to be like, oh, it's just because you're backing up Xbox or, you know, I get that sometimes. Sony guys, I think, tend to get defensive with me at times because of my track record. You know, I had the yikes movement after all. So I feel like sometimes I'm being honest about something like, hey, you know, it wasn't that bad. I'll say, hey, it wasn't that bad. It was just whatever. Oh, well, you only play Gears and you know, I just get like the dumbest, I get the dumbest responses sometimes. You know, just people they get real defensive. They want to right away make it an issue like, oh, well, you're damage controlling or, you know what I mean? And it's just, it is how it is. So I'm probably going to get some of those watching this. And that's fine. I really don't care. I didn't have any expectations. So you see a racing game right now, right? See, here's where I'm coming from, right? I see this gameplay. I'm not really into racing games these days. Dirt 5. Okay, cool. It's a racing game. But people are like, well, it wasn't really gameplay. It's like, well, I don't know what you guys want to see. It's racing. You want to see them. I don't know. You want to see multiplayer? What do you want to see from that? Now, games like this, I could understand because this is just like CGI. It didn't really show gameplay. It was really weird. I saw this. I was like, what the hell is this? Is this the new Tool video? Dave, is this Tool? Tool coming out with some new album we don't know about? Is this a single they left out? What is this? It's looking like a Tool video right here. This is crazy. But I saw this. I thought this looks wild. But of course, no gameplay, right? No gameplay in this, I don't think. Like, what is this? I'm about to be demonetized. But, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure what people truly expected from the gameplay. I can only assume that, you know, they wanted like a full-on demo. They wanted Phil Spencer and his boxers playing one of these games or something. Like, I'm not sure. Because I feel like doing this for so long, right? Making content, watching these shows, analyzing E3. You know, I used to do the podcast thing. We would break things down. We would talk about it, whatever. We would speculate till our faces were blue. We would just talk out of our butts like, oh, yeah, that was good gameplay. And, oh, I can't wait to play this game. You know, we're just constantly always talking about this stuff. And we constantly watch these trailers. And a lot of them are like this. I feel like this is not a surprise. Like, yeah, if it shows gameplay, sometimes it's a vertical slice. Sometimes it's not really full on, I guess, demo. But you get an idea of the game. You get an idea of how it plays. You see some gameplay. It's just kind of cinematic, I guess, or however. I just feel like maybe I've just been around this too long where I'm just like desensitized. I'm just like, you know what? I don't know why people are mad. We get this all the time. E3 does this all the time. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me, you guys. Maybe I'm just, like I said, what's the word? Not desensitized. There's a word for it where you're just kind of like, we know, you know what I mean? I can't think of the word right now. My mind's blanking. But I think, though, ultimately, Xbox and Microsoft messed up if they were promising big bangers or whatever. I thought some of these games looked cool. Like this one right here looked kind of cool. I was like, oh, look at that. You're flying. Star Fox. Is it me? I don't know. Jaded. That's the word, jaded. Thank you so much, Elijah. Seriously, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Maybe I'm just jaded a little bit. Maybe I've been around this so long and I've done the speculating thing so many times and You know, I don't know. I don't know. Let me have a drink of this coffee though. See, millennial, that's what I'm kind of getting at. We're going to get to that, how Microsoft marketed this thing. And that's why, you know, it's on them. I do agree with that. I think that for those who expected full-on demos and gameplay based on what Microsoft said, like, I understand that. I get that. I'm not trying to shame you guys or anything like that. If you expected more gameplay, then that's probably on Microsoft, because they're the ones that tweeted and they started saying, you know, this is the first look at next gen gameplay. This is going to be everything. And of course, you got Madden in there. Patrick Mahomes, like, really? Really? I got to see this guy? As a Raider fan, I got to see this? Anyways, I digress. Madden's in there. But yeah, I guess we could put blame on Microsoft. I'm with you guys on that. I think that's totally fine. Like, I don't blame you guys. But at the same time, I'm looking at this thing and I don't have an issue with it. I feel like, oh, well, there's gameplay in there. It's just not, I guess, the gameplay people expected. You know, you can't go by CGI. Look at Alien, Colonial Marines, and Dead Island. Here's the thing, though, Kevin. Here's the thing. And I thought about this because some people, I know they're tweeting like how Horizon and games like that were shown. I think even God of War, right? When they showed it, they went into gameplay, which was awesome. I think that's great. But then there's other games, like, for instance, Bloodborne. Do you guys remember Bloodborne's first trailer? No gameplay, all CGI. And Bloodborne is probably going to be my game of the generation. So see, I'm not making an excuse. I'm not saying we should not have gameplay, because gameplay is totally welcomed. However, there's been plenty of trailers out there that have not had gameplay, and they've turned out amazing. Those games have been amazing. So now, that's why I think I kind of like, I think level-headed about it. I'm like, man, it's not the end of the world if we don't see full-on gameplay. If the game looks cool and it gives us an idea of like what it's going to be, you can see the theme of it, you can see the gameplay, even though it's like vertical slice or whatever, you can see what kind of genre it is. I don't have an issue with that. I don't know if it's just me or what. But what are you guys saying? What's up to Game Master? What's up, Arcane, Deus Ex, Spencer, Slow-Mo, Backslap? What's up, Slow-Mo? What's up, Alish? What's up, who else is in here? Elijah, I think I said hi to you. How you doing? Ryan, what's up, aka Common Sense? Common sense is a good thing to have, man. Ain't it? Dragon, what's up? Harvinder. What's up, Harvinder? I always like catching up with you guys over here on YouTube, because I know I've been on Twitch a little bit more. And I know some people like to stay on YouTube. And so when I catch up here, I recognize a lot of your names and it's like, hey, you guys are still here. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys coming through on my YouTube videos, my live streams, all that stuff. I would like you to follow me to Twitch. You know, I would like to see you there too. But I take what I can get. I appreciate everything, all the support. Appreciate you guys. Eric, what's good? Addict says, I'm not happy. Speaking of happy, I thought this game was going to be We Are Happy Few, or what's that game called? The Happy Few, or I thought that's what this was. This puppet whatever thing going on right here. This one was spooky. I don't know. I got a really weird spooky feeling from this trailer. This vampire, which I didn't know was a vampire at the time, dancing with these people who apparently were turned into puppets, but they're like real bodies. I was freaked out from this one. I don't know. This one gave me the creeps. I don't know about you guys. I didn't know it was a vampire at first. I guess him being a vampire kind of like makes it justified. That's a weird word to say, but yeah. And then I saw it was first person. So see, this is my thought process, right? Okay, it's first person. It's a vampire game. It's you're killing people. You're going through this town. You're dancing your way through it, I guess. You touch blood. You drink blood, I'm sure. You got this crazy environment. First person. Open doors. Light people on fire. You fight. I'm seeing gameplay here. It's probably not gonna look like this. You know, there might be some changes and stuff like that. But I'm seeing the tone of the game. I'm seeing the theme of the game. It's giving me an idea. And I don't particularly want to play it. But for those who do, you can now look at this game and keep it on your radar. That's how I see these things. And I don't know, maybe I'm just in the minority. Maybe I'm just not holding on to Xbox's words so much. Like, oh, this isn't actual gameplay though. Then I'm not going to care. Like, I can't get on that wave. If this was Sony or whoever, I don't care who it is. Like, it doesn't matter. If it looks cool, I'm going to be like, huh, that's interesting. Okay, I'll keep my eye on that. Or that don't look that great. I don't care. You know, it's like one or the other. And just because it doesn't show gameplay, I'm not going to write it off. I'm not going to be like, oh, this is trash. I don't care about this game. I want to see true gameplay. Like this one too, another first person. Maybe I'm biased because I can't play first person because I get sick. But I look at these, I'm like, okay, first person game. You know, in my mind, I'm thinking, is this Sea of Thieves? Like, what the freak is this? You know, I don't know. And then I remember, oh, it's a third party game, so it can't be that. I don't know. That's just me. What's up, Ford? Roxas Burro. What is Addict saying? Tell me how Kid Smooth have a better camera than Aaron Greenberg. I don't think that's on this Xbox video. I missed it again. I've looked through it and I didn't see his camera. I missed that part. I don't know if that was like a pre-show or what. But somebody send me Aaron Greenberg's webcam. I need to see that. I heard it was horrible. It's like, how are you working for Xbox and you have a bad camera? You have a Kinect that you guys used to champion that had a camera, but you don't have a good camera. Like, that's crazy. I don't know. I was going to say that Burro, he's using the 360 Kinect. Facts. Thank you, Hustle, for putting the link. Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, I'll probably be streaming there later. I'm hoping. Hopefully I don't crash off this coffee and get tired again. But yeah, I'm going to try and stream later. I usually stream. My schedule right now is Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. That's like my Twitch streaming schedule. And I kind of add days here and there, whether it's like a Friday night, Saturday or something. Like those are kind of up in the air. But I do stream as much as I can. I'm home right now. I'm still home, you guys. Just to update you, I'm still not working. I'm okay. They're taking care of me, but I'm not actually going to work. So I'm home a lot more, pretty much all the time. So I have time to stream and all that stuff. Okay, this game right here, dude. Is this the one? Yeah, this game looked cool. This is gameplay, right? Am I tripping? You guys? I even tweeted this. I'm like, wait. Am I tripping? This was gameplay. This game looks cool. It kind of reminds me of Ruiner. It kind of reminds me of like I mean, I know it's not strategy, but it kind of gives me that camera view. And I'm looking down at these players and it looks like a co-op game. It looks like you're going through shooting things up, maybe Diablo style. I don't know if it's going to have stuff like that. It looks cool. It looked really good. I liked that game for sure. That was like one that stuck out to me. I'm into games like that, so especially when they got like really good music and stuff like that. I don't remember this. What the hell is this? With the baby? What the hell is this? I don't remember this one. I'm not going to have volume on because, you know, we're just chatting and we've seen this already. Oh, this is the scary game. This game looks spooky. But it looks cool. I mean, that looks like next gen, looks pretty good graphics. It looks like this gen too, to be honest, but it looks really good. It looks like good graphics. That's another thing too. I've seen people tweeting how these CGIs don't look good. And I'm like, did we watch the same stream? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm easy to please. Maybe I'm easy to please, or I'm just thinking of it in the way of like, well, it don't look bad. It looks pretty decent to me. I don't know. It's a horror. Yeah, it's a horror game. The Medium. Yeah. So, I was kicking back. I was watching it. I wasn't being, super critical because I really had no expectations coming into this thing. I just thought, okay, it's going to be some third-party games. It's going to give us a taste of like these games that are coming. The one thing I was disappointed with, but I already knew was going to happen. I forget how I knew this. Assassin's Creed not having gameplay. They legit didn't have gameplay. That a lot of these, I guess that's what's making me think, well, these other trailers did, because Assassin's Creed did not. They did not. And that's the one thing I did want to see, because we already seen it already. We already seen that this game was announced. We already seen like a teaser. So this was like the second showing of Assassin's Creed. That's where I thought, okay, yeah, that should have been gameplay. These other games, this is the first time we're seeing them. But Assassin's Creed for sure should have had gameplay. I'm totally with that. Like, that should have happened. I'm sure Ubisoft, whatever, they'll show more later. But with Xbox hyping that, like, yeah, we're going to have the first look at Assassin's Creed, making it seem like it's going to be a deeper dive, they're wrong for that. That's where I think I have the issue with the quote-unquote lack of gameplay. This game looks cool too. You know what this game reminded me of? It reminded me of like a mix of like, wait, is this it? I think this is it. Yeah, Code Vein. It reminded me of a mix of Code Vein and that game by Platinum Games, Astral Chain. This reminded me of like a love child of that, mixed with like a little bit of like old school, like Zelda style, like graphics. I don't know, like the enemies kind of remind me of Zelda for some reason, like Twilight Princess or something. There's some influences going on here, and I'm like trying to wrap my head around it. But the characters reminded me of Code Vein, and the combat was like Astral Chain and like other stuff. So yeah, look at that. That looks sick. That's gameplay. Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of cinematic, and it's kind of like vertical slice, but look at that. That looks sick. That's combat right there. Look at that. That looks... I felt like I was watching a different show. I don't know. I don't know. Graphics aren't as important to me anymore, Ryan says. Everyone keeps saying that. Saying what? Burro says hit the like button. Yeah, you guys hit the like button. We're just hanging out. We're going back on this stuff. Look at that. That's a boss right there. That's a boss fight. The art style looks awesome. That game looks legit. This game looks really cool. Imagine this on PC, Merc. Shoot. Shoot. And I wanted to mention that during my live stream too. Maybe Erica's just changing a little bit. Maybe I'm feeling, jaded, for lack of better words, or I don't even think jaded's the right word anymore, because I am excited about games, and I'm feeling like, look at shooter. All right, let me get back to my point though. With me being on PC a lot nowadays, I think I'm looking at this a lot differently now. I think I'm looking at this stuff very differently. But look, a shooter, you're shooting dinosaurs. But people are like, that's not gameplay. We don't know what the game's about. I'm like, huh? You shoot dinosaurs. What more do you need to know? That's kind of cool. Like, am I tripping? I feel like I'm tripping, you guys. I grew up on Turok. I grew up on, even though it made me sick, I played it. I loved Turok as a kid. This was like kind of hype. I don't know. Meg says, I just have standards. J Rook says, I'm tripping. And then you got Yakuza, right? I mean, what? Let me get to the super chat. Unforgiven, thank you so much. Says, please don't time me out, Burro. I feel oppressed. Wow, what's going on there? Is he threatening to time you out? Says I'm not interested in this. Man, you guys, I don't know. Let me turn that down. What did I lose right now? Oh, my OBS. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Sorry, guys. My gameplay, I took it off the screen. and the thing is, like, these are all multi-plats. So it's not like this is only Xbox games or PC games or anything. These games are going to be across the board. They're going to be on PS5, PC, most likely. I don't know about Yakuza first, but there's going to be games that are coming to PC. I liked Yakuza 0. So this looks a lot like it. I feel like it's kind of like the same combat, same probably type of story. You know, the character. Oh, there's what's his face. I just noticed that. What's his name? That character with the eye patch? My mind is so blank right now. But he's cool. I liked it. I liked Yakuza 0. I liked it. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll see more on that later. But we know how that is. We know how that plays. And then this guy talking about it. You know, they kind of talked about the games afterwards. And I don't know. I felt like there could have been more gameplay. Don't get me wrong. There's gameplay right there. You know, the combat. But you expect that from Yakuza. You expect that stuff. Majima, that guy. Yeah, him. But yeah, see, this is gameplay right here. And that's how it plays. Maybe not the slow motion stuff, but this is how it plays. You got crazy moves you can do. Each character, you know, they have like a different style of fighting and all of that. So I don't know. There's gameplay here. Millennial says the problem isn't the games in the trailer, it's just not next gen looking. These are last gen games that are being ported to next gen. Is that confirmed? Well, I guess because they keep saying, oh, it's what's it called? What's the phrase they're using? Where it's like it can go across all Xboxes or whatever. But we've been told that's going to happen though. We've been told that these games are going to play across all Xboxes. Is that what you're talking about? Or you're just talking about in general, like these games just don't look good. You don't think they're going to look good on PS5 either? Smart delivery, yeah. We've known about smart delivery, that these games are going to be on Xbox One X, Xbox One S, and then the Series X. They're going to go across the board. So are you mad at that, or you're mad that these games just look trash to you and they're going to look bad on PS5 as well? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I'm wondering about when people say that. Is your problem with Xbox, like putting it across all the platforms, or what? I'm not sure what you mean. They don't look next gen. They look like games you could play on the PS4 and Xbox One. They look good though. I mean, I guess, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I do feel that way about some of these games. Like, yeah, but you guys have to remember too. And this was my tweet from earlier. You know, these content creators, I've been on podcasts where we've said this very thing. Next gen is not going to be that big of a jump. They say it all the time, right? And that's why I feel like these content creators ain't at all, because they say these things and then they go into these events and then they're surprised. They act surprised and they're like, man, this don't look that great. But we just said there's not going to be that big of a jump. We just said that, right? We say it all the time. We say things like that. We speculate. We guess. Like, hey, you know, maybe we hit that plateau. Maybe these games, this is the best they're ever going to look, you know? Next gen always starts slow. I hear this all the time on podcasts. I hear this all the time on videos. But then content creators will go on Twitter and complain. It's like, but we just said that. We just said it, right? Damn, we're already done with this video. I'm about to play it again. So you know what I mean? A game where you have hope. Yeah, you have hope, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it could just be because I'm on like PC now and I'm thinking, well, I'm going to be playing games on PC. They're going to look really good. I've seen games look good. I've seen the jump for myself during this generation. So maybe it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just looking at it differently, possibly. I don't know. What you guys saying? That didn't even look like a jump. Last of Us 2 looks better. Oh, let's not talk about Last of Us 2. Personally, I don't want lifelike games. Don't know what everyone else would want that. JGOT says, content creators need content to complain about for clicks and views. It's expected, honestly. Also, the negative reactions get the most attention. Definitely a lot of negativity. I mean, we even say that ourselves, Dave. Like, hey, maybe you should put some negativity in the title. That'll get clicks. And like, you know what I mean? We talk about that. We talk about that as content creators amongst our brainstorming. And we say to ourselves, like, yeah, we should, you know, put a little question mark in there. Put a little negativity, and that will get you clicks, because it's true. Negativity gets clicks. And I don't know, maybe I'm just tired of it or something. I was actually watching Loco's stream. Shout out to Loco on Twitch. I was watching her reaction stream, and she was real chill about it. Like, she was kind of saying the same thing with Assassin's Creed, like, oh, that wasn't gameplay. And she was kind of laughing about it and stuff. But it was cool. It was cool to watch somebody kind of outside our community and the way they perceive things. I like to like venture out. I know Maximilian was disappointed. He tweeted about it. I didn't see his stream. I like to watch him. But like, I was watching Loco, and she was just real level-headed, like, oh, that game looks good. Nah, I don't care about that one. No, I'm not going to play that. Oh, this looks fun. Just based on the gameplay itself. And maybe that influenced me to be on the same wave, because I go into that already. And sometimes it's easy to be influenced by others. So like, if you're in a community or in a podcast, or you're in some place where you're looking at this thing and everyone's kind of like being skeptical, or they're being negative, or the chat's being negative, or whatever. I'm not saying people are being fake. I'm just saying people can be influenced. And just like as much as I can be influenced by somebody who's positive, you can be influenced by negativity as well. And it becomes like it just passes on from person to person. And that's what an influencer does, though. That's what we are, right? We're all influencers. You might listen to this from me and think, you know, she has a point with this, or I don't agree. But there could be people who listen to me and they come out of this thinking differently. That's what we do. We're an influencer, right? That's what we're trying to do. So I feel like the negativity thing can definitely spread. And sometimes it's justified, and sometimes it's not. I don't know. I guess that's just how I feel. Thank you, Lorius? I send Loris. I hope I'm not butchering that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being here. No message though. Appreciate that. Hustle says Loco is the bae. Does this suck? Yeah, like I get that, you know, asking a question thing in the titles, but to constantly use, does this suck, or is this terrible, or is this as bad as it looks, or, you know, it's like a negative vibe. You don't really see as many of, is it amazing? Is it as good as I thought it would be? You know, things like that. Like, I think with my, not Last of Us, Death Stranding review, I put the question in there. I said, was I wrong to, what was it again? To doubt Kojima. I put, was I wrong to doubt Kojima? There's some positivity there, I would think, at least. I try to like switch it up a little bit. I'm not going to put, does it suck? Is it boring? You know what I mean? I guess I try and be positive. I try and put a spin on it, I guess. I don't know. Who else is up in here? Redwood, what's up? Loris says, I hate YouTubers who feed on negativity. It's just a thing, it's just a thing. It's easy to get wrapped up in stuff. I feel for people who, especially if they associate with a lot of people who are very negative, or they just admire those content creators, and then it's like it trickles down. So you have your content creator, they stream it, right? They're negative, they don't like it. Here we are with this crazy trailer again, by the way. What the hell is this? But yeah, they watch their stream, right? And then they pass it on to Twitter. Then on Twitter, their followers, it gets passed on to them, and it just trickles down. And even if they don't full on take their opinion and make it their own, it's possible they can be influenced to calm down. Like, let's say you're very excited about something, right? Whether it's a trailer or a game release or game date or whatever. Last of Us, I guess, is a good example. If you're excited about the game, be excited. But what happens is they can get influenced by the negativity and be like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe there is something wrong with the game. Maybe I shouldn't be excited, or, it's human nature to want to fit in and things like that. But there are people who don't care about that, which, I'm not trying to say everyone's a sheep. I'm not saying that. There are people who don't want to be a sheep, but they can still be somewhat influenced to look at things differently, which is a good and bad thing. I'm not like condemning it, because as an influencer, we like to think we have that kind of influence. Sometimes it's a little bit too much power. We got to, hold our tongues at times. We got to really understand that power, because as a content creator, you have to realize, like, okay, I'm putting this opinion out there. Like, I got to stand by it. This is how I feel. I got to be honest. And you got to be ready to, possibly influence somebody, whether it's buying a game because of your review, right? You want to be honest. And this is a whole topic right here. But if you're being dishonest and you're having fake outrage, or you're liking a game even though you really don't like it, if you're being dishonest, that power, you're messing with it. You're messing up, and you could possibly influence somebody to make a bad decision. So that's my preaching for the day, I guess. As a content creator, we have to acknowledge that. We have to understand that even if we're a small YouTuber, as long as we have a following, you have a responsibility, right? Isn't that a Spider-Man quote? With power comes responsibility. That's straight facts, Dave. Like, you have to understand that, because if you don't and you're dishonest, you're doing such a disservice, not just for yourself, but the people listening to you. That's why I've always stood true to like how I feel about stuff. If I like a game, you guys are gonna know about it. If I think Bloodborne is game of the generation, you're gonna hear about it. You're gonna know. I'm not gonna fake that. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say stuff just to be cool, or just to be like in the majority or something like that. So when I had legit concerns about Last of Us 2, I said that. And we're not going to get into that. That's a whole other video I talked about already. If you guys missed it, at the end of the video, if you don't care about tiptoeing around spoilers, I talked about it at the end, how I have concerns. And that's that. No one's going to, it's not because someone else does. It's because, no, I do. And that's it. And if it changes, you'll be the first one to know. If I play the game, which I am now, by the way, I guess I should announce that. I got gifted The Last of Us 2, you guys. So I have to play it. I have to stream it. Regardless of how I feel, I'm going to play it. If it turns out to be the best game ever, you're going to know. I'm going to tell you. So it's like, that's just how I go. And I'm not trying to sound all high and mighty. This should be a common thing. This should be nothing like to gloat about at all, because this is how it should be. Is that you should be this way, in my opinion. So I'm not trying to like be like, hey guys, look at me, pick me. No, I'm just saying that's what's going to happen. So when I look at, content creators and like this whole conversation, it's like, it can be frustrating, because I know not everyone's like me. Not everyone's like that. And that's why you guys gotta be, you just be smart with the content you watch, I ain't trying to I ain't trying to put subliminals out there, but I kind of am, I guess. I kind of am, as far as like, you guys should watch me. I'm a real one. Cheers. But yeah, that's a whole topic. Like, I like talking about this stuff for reals. Like, yeah, I like talking about this, the content creating stuff and what kind of goes into it and all that. Viewers have been conditioned to be skeptical about everything by channels like Angry Joe, Young Yeah, and Jim Sterling. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people have been complaining about those guys lately. Because Angry Joe, I watched his video on The Last of Us. I couldn't wait to watch that video. I was like, I gotta click this. I like Angry Joe. I know some people don't. I do. I mean, it's in his name. He's Angry Joe. He's gonna be pissed off. So I'm kind of confused why people are confused about him. The other guys, like Young Yeah, I don't watch him. I did for a minute, and that was it. He tends to go on the kind of outrage wave. He's on that. Jim Sterling, I rarely watch. I think I've only seen like a review or two from him. I don't watch him, really. But yeah, I like Angry Joe. He's entertaining. He's not the best gamer. I even made a video back in the day like about him playing Uncharted because a lot of people were just going in on him playing on like the easy mode. And I just said, listen, like I don't go to him for gameplay, like to, for expertise in gameplay. I just go because he's funny and they do their skits and all that. I just look at him as like an entertainer, not really like a hardcore gamer or like somebody who gives me tips about a video game. Like that's not where I go for gameplay as far as Angry Joe goes. It's more for the entertainment value, I guess. What's up, Joel? Young Yeah makes long videos for no reason. Yeah, his videos are kind of long too. They're kind of long and he's just kind of sitting there talking into the camera. I don't know, I guess I'm just not really a fan of like that kind of content. If you're just talking into the camera all the time, it's like, where's the gameplay at? Where's the gameplay? Like, you gotta have a mix, I feel like, at least. That's just me, though. Aim assist. Yeah, he was using, like, the aim assist thing. I remember saying at the time, like, Angry Joe reminds me of my uncle. Shout out to my uncle. He's kind of casual now. He doesn't really play a lot of games, and some games can be difficult for him. Yeah, that's what he reminds me of. They're like the same age, kinda, I think. I'm not sure how old Angry Joe is. Maybe Angry Joe's closer to my age. I don't know. But I always kind of think of him as like that. Like, he plays games. He's not the best, but he's entertaining. Like, that's how I see Angry Joe. I bet you, Erica. YouTube keywords for this event: no gameplay. Probably. Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of, videos upset that there's not enough gameplay and this show wasn't amazing. I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, it was great." Xbox the best box. Like, I'm not even saying nothing like that. I had no expectations. So for me, it's like, "Oh, cool, there's some games here." Like, some of them look good, some I probably will skip. And that's that. They're going to have events every month, so we'll see what happens next month. This is an Inside Xbox. They're not known for being great. They're not. If this was, if they had a good track record and they were always showing bangers and always showing good stuff, then yeah, my expectations would probably be more higher. They'd be like, oh, I'm expecting more. I'm expecting E3 hype or something. But it's, I guess because I've always seen these as like not that great. I don't even tune into these, to be honest. I think this might be the first one because every time they come on, I'm at work. And now that I'm not working, I actually caught it. Usually I don't catch these. And why was this one so early in the day? That's what I want to know. They do know we're home, right? A lot of us are home. We're sleeping in. Like, come on, Xbox. I could have sworn when I was working These things came on like 1 in the afternoon, and now they're coming on 8 in the morning. Like, why? I don't understand. What gives with that? Can we talk about that? I'm more upset with that. Why did this come on at 8 in the morning? And then when I was working, these were coming on like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. What the hell, man? Or 11 maybe, at least. I'm on the West Coast, so this came on at 8 o'clock in the morning. When my schedule is completely screwed up, I went to bed at 1 a.m. and that was early. You guys, I was having trouble. I got into bed about 12:30. I was laying there, I was I think I checked in on my Animal Crossing island. Don't hate. I checked in on that. I bought me some turnips. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to try and go to sleep. I need to go to sleep because I want to try and get up for this thing. I could not fall asleep for like a good 20 minutes, which is a long time for me. I usually knock out like that. I'm pretty good with sleeping these days, but I think the fact that I was like, damn, I have to wake up early, it was kind of messing with my head a little bit. Yeah, 8 a.m. was too early, man. Too early. I know for those working, you're like, that's not early, because it ain't. I usually work at like 7:30. I get up at 6:30. That's my schedule. So if I was at work, I wouldn't even be able to tune in, though. That's the thing. I wouldn't even be able to listen. But since I'm home, I'm like, come on, Xbox. You know we're sleeping in, right? Flaffy with the super chat. Thank you so much, Flaffy. World premiere exclusive Xbox. Lower expectation. CST is the best time zone. It was today. Listen, West Coast, best coast, but not today. You guys got it. I'll give you the W for this one. Because you guys, it was like 11 a.m. for East Coast. You guys were up, probably showered already, had your coffee, had your breakfast, went out and, did a couple chores or something. Me, I'm just waking up groggy, brushing my teeth. It was like 7:55. I'm like, yeah, this ain't happening. It was crazy. But yeah, I don't know if there's much more to say about the show. I mean, it was okay. It was all right. It showed some games. It showed some promise. Like this game right here, all CGI, right? Pretty much. But I went back. I was like, did Bloodborne have gameplay? And I looked it up. Actually, you know what? I was going to play it, but no, I'm good. Then I have to like bring the screen over and whatever. But Bloodborne, if you go look at Bloodborne's E3 2014, all CGI. And it looked awesome. And I remember I wasn't even planning to like I remember seeing that trailer and thinking, "Oh, that looks interesting. That looks cool." But I wasn't like hyped. I wasn't all like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to be there day one." Never played From Software before, Bloodborne. It was like, "Oh, that's that game. Okay, cool." And then once 2015 rolled around, granted, I was planning and getting ready to get married, so I was like super busy. Maybe that could be why. But I wasn't really like looking at Bloodborne like that. I was just like, oh yeah, I guess we'll buy it. I remember that week, me and Kenny were like, yeah, let's get it. And that was it. And the game turned out to be amazing and I loved it. So like, that's why I guess I don't trip out on like what's going on right now with these trailers and stuff. Like, oh yeah, there's CGI and stuff. If it's showing some kind of gameplay, at least a little bit, it's giving us an idea of how it plays and what kind of genre and things like that. So I'm not tripping over it like, oh, this isn't enough. They promised me full-on gameplay with Phil Spencer and his boxers playing the game. I'm pissed. Like I ain't there. I can't get there. I'm trying to like understand, but I just can't get there. Like, I don't know. Erica, did you know they modded Sekiro to have co-op and multiplayer battles? Oh, damn. I didn't know that. Bloodborne 2 needs to happen. Facts. CGI is only cool when Sony does it. Oh, man, Merc. I was actually going to hit... I know, Merc, I know you're working. Maybe, I don't know if Hustle wants to come in here. I was going to hit you guys up Like if anybody wanted to join me before like I end the stream. I know Dave's working. Eric says this Inside Xbox was early. I didn't even catch it live. Eric, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm surprised I got up to even watch it. I was tempted to just sleep through it. I was tempted. Let me catch up with what you guys are saying. Random saying a conspiracy. Conspiracy for what? Oh, they hyped the show as showing gameplay. They said it several times during the show. Yeah, and that's where Xbox messed up. But, I mean, it is like this trailer right here. The more I'm seeing this trailer, this, the hell's this called? Code Vein meets Astral Chain? That's the new name. I'm calling it that. This one, I see gameplay, but I mean, it's just not like traditional, like, oh, you're watching somebody play it. It's not a demo, but you're seeing the combat. Look at that boss fight. The more I see this game, the more it's looking really good. I think I'm really going to keep my eye on this game right here. This one. I forgot that it was today. Yeah, Ryan, like if it wasn't for me being, on, trying to stream more and stuff like that and, making content and stuff, like I'm not even sure I would really like tune in like that, but usually I'll catch it later or whatever. I'm going to hop in Discord. Let me see if, hopefully it's like working and you guys can hear it and stuff. We'll see. We'll get a couple people in here real quick before we end the stream. I can get some. Let's collab a little bit. Hustle.
Indeed.
What's up?
How do I sound to everybody?
Let me turn you up a little bit.
Hold on 1 second.
Say something. Hustle and motivate here.
Hey everybody, what's up?
Let me make sure I'm like on this thing. Okay. I think they can hear you. They should be able to.
I hear you. All right, cool. The Turok Light game, that looked really good.
The Extinction. Yeah. It's on right now. Yeah. That trailer just played again right now. It looks cool.
Yeah. That one looked good. You said the one that looked like Code Vein. That one looked good.
I think it's just the characters. I think just the characters like remind me of Code Vein.
But that gameplay looked kind of fun too.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily into those types of games, but that's something that like caught my eye, and it was actual gameplay. And the very first game that they showed, which I have, which is on Steam by the way, it was where you have the sword and the gun and the grapple hook. Mm-hmm. That's on Steam for like $10 right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one up. So I didn't know it was on PC.
Okay.
Yeah, the very first game that they showed, I know Century was telling me that. I'm like, I didn't know that was the thing. So I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. My biggest problem with what happened today, it wasn't that the fact that I don't care about the CGI trailer. It's for the first time I'm seeing something. But don't say, hey, we're gonna do gameplay, we're gonna do this, that, and the third, when it's not there for everything. So, oh, this is gonna be a third-party blowout. And I'm like, okay, all right, you're saying it, so I can only go off of your word. Right. But don't. I mean, and it's not even about hype level. Like, it's third-party stuff. Erica, you know me. I'm playing it all on my 2080 Ti over here. Like,
exactly. I think that's where I'm coming from too. But no, I'm with you on that. Like with Xbox, like they definitely can be blamed here for people expecting full-on like blowout gameplays. Because they kept saying it, right? Even during the show, they were kind of like repeating it a little bit, like, "Oh, how would you guys think of that gameplay?" And like, and people watching are gonna be like, "Well, you didn't really show that much, like to what I expected and what you guys kind of promised and what it sounded like was happening." So I get it. Like I'm with you guys. Like, yeah, we could blame Microsoft for the bad messaging, I guess.
Right.
And yeah, so I'm with you on that.
But I mean, there are a lot of things to look forward to. I had this discussion previously with like I said, with Century and a few other people. And look, I'll say this, I'll be disappointed if this was Microsoft's first party. if they do this at the first party event and it's not like a complete blow up for like Halo and whatever else is coming with the other studios they've acquired, then it's gonna look a little spooky. It's gonna look a little shaky. It's gonna look crazy. But I think that but Microsoft deleted the stream today, or Xbox, they deleted the stream.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah, the live stream they did, they had so many dislikes, they took the joint down. They said, now we out. And
Wait, what? Xbox did?
yeah. Oh, you didn't see it.
Was it like the
Big Cloud had
pre-show thing?
no, it was the stream. It was either the live stream itself or it was like the 27-minute version of that stream. They deleted that joint. They got it up out of here.
Are you sure? I'm watching it right now, though. That's the one I'm playing on my stream right now.
Hold on, Big Cloud.
Maybe it
put
was
this
a
out on
different
Twitter.
one. Yeah, get the scoop on that, because I know some people are like kind of praising Xbox a little bit, like, well, at least they left the likes and dislikes on, taking a jab at Sony for The Last of Us. But if they're out here deleting streams, let's not speak too soon for Xbox. I mean, let's find out. Are they really deleting streams or not? Because that would be wild.
All right, go ahead and check your Twitter. I just retweeted it. Yeah,
okay, let me see. Check my Twitter. What, DM? Or no?
No. I retweeted it. Just
oh, okay. I'm not seeing it. I'll just go to your Twitter.
All right, there you go. Like I said again, like a lot of the games that they.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. It's private.
It's private.
So am I
Yeah.
watching the? Okay, hold on. Which one am I watching though? Let me go to Xbox's. I guess.
I was gonna say you are watching the event, but like and here's the thing. Some of the games did look last generation. The game with the dancing puppets and the guy was dancing and all that. I think that's dope. It just looks bad, and I don't understand
I think that's the art style. I thought it was that We Happy Few game. Like, I thought it was gonna be like a sequel or something. Yeah.
I don't understand how we're on the x86 architecture again and games look like that still. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you have like what you're doing on this architecture, because the architecture from the PS4 and it's going to transfer over to the PS5 and Xbox One and One X. I don't understand, like, that it bothers me a little bit. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you already have experience using this. Like, these games supposed to be like mind blowing, all of them. There's no if you made a game on here, so there's no excuse. But for something like that, I don't think that. Well, hold on. I don't think it's going to be a bad game per se. It looked fun to me, but that's just me. Like, I'll play anything, right? Like, I'll try it out. But it's Vampire. I'm looking at your screen now.
Vampire.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, from what I understand, they don't have a bad franchise history over there, so I'm gonna definitely try it out. But Erica, and I know, and
I'm playing this video over and over. Yeah, go ahead.
I try not to be like super negative, but I mean, I will call it like I see it though.
Yeah, no, I respect that. Like, I'm not trying to say you guys can't have any negativity, or like, yeah, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it, or you just thought it could have been more. Yeah, like I respect that. I guess I'm just looking at it from the way of like, I didn't think it was that bad, but then again, I didn't have no expectations really going in. My expectation was, I'm gonna sleep in. That's as far as I went. I'm like, Erica, I need you to wake up. That's all I was really thinking of. I wasn't like thinking of what are they gonna show? I'm excited. Like, I wasn't even like thinking like that at all. And so I guess I'm just tripping out on some of the complaints, because it seems like, well, I feel like we're used to this. Like, let's take Microsoft out of the equation, because they made it worse by what they said and they promised, and that's their fault. So it's kind of like we could end the conversation there. It's their fault. But if we take them out of the equation and we just look at it for what it is, and you have these trailers, you got the games that they're showing. Some of them, yeah, they look a little this gen or last gen, however, but they put the games out there, and it's like, okay, we get an idea of how they play. There is some gameplay in there. There are some games that look kind of cool. And for what it is, it's like, it wasn't bad, And there's been other games in the past where it's been all CGI, or it's been all, no gameplay at all. And then we see it later. So I don't know. I guess people just pick and choose. Well, Sony did it. When Sony did it, it was okay. Or, there's going to be some of those out there, because they'll praise Sony to death. Bloodborne and games like that, all CGI. Oh, that was awesome. But then when it's over here, it's a game they don't care about. Oh, that's horrible. That sucks. So it's just like sometimes I question where that's coming from with certain people. But I know people like you're more level headed. Obviously, you play everything. And I'm going to take your opinion more seriously because, like, okay, I get that. I respect that. But I guess where I'm coming from, it's like, it wasn't a big deal to me. Like, I felt like I saw enough gameplay for these games. And they're going to do more, hopefully, later. Now, if it comes to June, E3 time, and we're getting something like this, and we still haven't seen Halo, we still haven't seen these other games, then I'm going to be like, okay, Microsoft, what are you doing? Like, now you're getting worse. Especially... or July, whatever. Yeah, but because E3 is usually June, so I'm expecting like, well, there's going to be these events, right? Like EA, Ubisoft, whatever. They're gonna have their events. Now, if we're still not seeing Assassin's Creed, or we're still not seeing these games, I'm gonna be like, okay, what's going on? Where are these games? Like, where's the gameplay then? That's the one game I'm like, where was the freaking gameplay? Assassin's Creed, because we already seen it. They already announced it. They gave the teaser. Then they're like, oh, you find out more during Xbox's conference or inside Xbox, whatever. And they show it, and then there was like literally no gameplay for that one. There was more gameplay in the other trailers compared to Assassin's Creed. So that's where my problem was. I'm like, yeah, that's a little crazy because we already knew about this game. We seen it. The other ones were news. That's like new stuff. But this game, Assassin's Creed, we knew it was coming. We knew the name of it. We knew the theme already. We know it's Vikings and whatever. Where's the gameplay? But I'm already kind of sold on that game. You know, I tweeted about it. I'm like, oh, you're a Viking raider? Take my money. I'm good.
I saw that.
And that's more so like a joke because I'm a Raider fan. But like the idea of Vikings, and I love the last two Assassin's Creed's games. So that's why I'm like, oh, I'm sold already, kind of. But I still wanted to see something, like some kind of like combat at least. I'm very combat heavy. I want that. So I don't know. That's just where I'm coming from.
I have a question. A few minutes ago, you had mentioned, you remember, you was like, if PlayStation shows CG footage like Bloodborne, people like defend it, right? But I do have a question because I don't.
Oh, is this
or a comment rather?
Sorry to cut you off. Hold on. I think the gameplay is removed because it won't play no more. But go ahead.
See, you know what? That's all right. Well, I don't like. Here's the thing. I really don't have a problem with the CG footage. Microsoft, like for me, because I do this too. And I'm just interested in like different types of games anyway. So I'm always looking for a different experience. Aaron Greenberg had came out, and I think that's why people are upset. He had came out and he had. Let's put it this way. He did his job in terms of promoting, but you can't oversell something. Like I can't come on here with your YouTube audience and say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hustling to motivate. And if you like streamers, I am going to do the most epic. I can't do that because I can't. I may not be able to follow through.
You can't promise that. Yeah, you can't promise that.
Yeah, I really can't. But like, and that's what my issue with that is. But like the CG stuff, I don't mind it so much. I want to see. I don't know if you remember, but there's a game called 12 Minutes Tunic. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that they haven't dropped yet that
Tunic,
I'm still looking forward to seeing.
Where is Tunic? That's a good question.
Bruh, I don't know.
That was like the Zelda inspired one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to see that stuff first. I mean, I understand being hyped for the new console, the new system, and all that, but it's something about it is just look. Microsoft, like I'm giving Microsoft a pass today because they've been so. What's the word? They've been so
proactive
on point with the messaging. Yeah, they've been on point, transparent. Like, everything has been good.
At least till now, in people's minds, they feel like they lied. They kind of lied, I guess, about the gameplay thing. I mean, they expected more,
Yeah, it's a misstep. It's definitely a misstep.
Little bit. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy, but I mean, and I don't want to sound like because I'm not a Microsoft fanboy. I think you know that too. But I do have faith in what's about to happen these next few months. But if Microsoft does this again, then you would give me no reason in July. If Halo Infinite and the other stuff they're showing, the first party stuff, if it's not knocked out the park, then you have given me no incentive to buy an Xbox One X for my nephew. Like,
for your nephew.
Yeah, for me. I mean, I ain't gonna need it, but like for him, you give me no incentive at that point. If it's not hitting like that, and here's the thing, Microsoft they gotta show it. They gotta show and prove at this point. Like
you
saw what The Last of Us 2 did, even though it's so like divisive right now between everybody, you still see, that game gonna do numbers.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. Like, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not concerned. I don't even care what they do with the story. Like, and I don't want to make this about The Last of Us too, but just the way that some of that is shot, like how everything looks. Like, come on, they straight. That's Naughty Dog. We straight.
I mean,
Microsoft,
just the fact that, see, I brought it up earlier. I brought up The Last of Us 2. Now you're bringing it up. Just the fact that it comes up during an Xbox conversation, it just tells you the influence and impact that these Sony games have. No one denies that for sure. Like, I could not like the story of The Last of Us, but that thing gonna sell. It's gonna do
yep,
well. I wouldn't go out and say like, oh, it's gonna be like best selling game ever or anything like that, but it's definitely gonna do numbers and
looking like a
everything.
97
And
on Metacritic is what it's looking like. My opinion.
that's kind of high, but
I know.
we'll find out then, and I'm sure we'll have conversations. I'm definitely gonna probably stream like my first impressions, or at least talk about it, or do a video, and yeah, we'll talk about it then, see what's going on. It's gonna be very interesting, but to have that kind of impact, I just feel like Xbox. I mean, at least for the community that we're so used to and a part of, I feel like they can show fire gameplay and it's still not going to hit like that. It's just Xbox, whether it's because of like word of mouth or the bad last generation and bad messaging and bad missteps that they've taken. I feel like Microsoft, no matter what they do, and I'm not saying this to be like poor Xbox, I'm just saying the facts. No matter what they do, they're always going to be like, people are going to look at it side-eyed, or they're going to think that's not enough. It's not enough. They can show Fable 4 and people will still complain about it in some way. I just feel like that's always going to be a thing. And some of it's justified. Some of
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
You know, even when it comes to Gears of War, and I love Gears of War. I mean, look what they're doing with like no maps. They're not bringing nothing to that game. They're not supporting that game. And that's the problem with Xbox, and that's where they mess up, because they will have promises that they do deliver on sometimes. Like, oh, okay, this game's actually good. Gears Tactics is actually good. And they'll have like bangers, but is anyone talking about Gears Tactics like that? No, not
really.
even. It doesn't come close to Last of Us 2 or these other games, because they just don't have that position anymore. They don't have that presence anymore, and I don't really know what they can do to get that back. I just don't know if they ever can. Like the 360 days when these games were like bangers and did numbers. Like Gears 3 sold 3 million in a week. I'll never forget that. And it's like, dude, and with Game Pass and everything, we're never going to know. For one, we're never going to know. But I just feel like we're past that, and we have to. I've accepted it. I say this all the time. Like, I've accepted it that Xbox is not the Xbox we once knew. And now that I'm on PC, it's like, well, I'm just benefiting because I'm getting the games on PC. I'm good. But for people who are fighting the console wars, I'm sorry, but Xbox just ain't gonna quote unquote win. They're not gonna win it, like ever. Yeah.
And here's the difference, though. The difference with you saying that is that even when PlayStation games do start to come to PC, we're gonna see those numbers jump up too. But it's not gonna take away from the PlayStation brand. And I keep trying to tell Jack that, but he
Oh,
don't
if they go to
understand.
PC. Yeah. We've
Yeah.
talked about that. Yeah, I always
Yep.
say that.
Yeah. It's not going to change. It's just about the output of content. It doesn't matter where it is. People will buy the content if it's good. Don't matter where it is. It don't even matter how many platforms. It's only one. My honest opinion. It don't matter.
Yeah, that Game Pass conversation, because a lot of people blame Game Pass, and I think Sony guys are just afraid like they're gonna go that way, because look at how these games, I guess, are going downhill, right? You know, whether it's Gears or Halo or whatever, you have your arguments of Game Pass fodder, and and I think they're just afraid that the quality will suffer in the Sony camp if they go that route. And I always say, I'm like, well, they're not Microsoft. They're not. And if that did happen, I would be happy because the games are on PC, but I can see where they're coming from. Like, they'd be kind of like nervous, I guess, but I can't see that happening. Like these games just completely bombing and stuff like that. I just don't see that happening for Sony anyways. Yeah.
Whatever the initiative comes out with to answer a question in your chat from, oh my God, is and Larius? I think
Is and Lorius. Maybe that is the way to say it. I was butchering it earlier, so we could butcher it together, I guess.
Yeah, I think that whatever the initiative is putting out, it won't. Well, the original IP will rival The Last of Us. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be as good. I'll just say that it might not be as good, but it'll be respectable. You
Mm-hmm.
can kind of compare. You will be able to kind of compare those two. I don't know what they're working on. I know it's Perfect Dark, and that's a rumor. But when they release their first part, because Microsoft gonna put money behind that, they're gonna put so much money behind that, and they know that they have to prove. They have to show and prove. So I would say
Yeah.
that first. I'll say
I
that
do
first.
just want them to, I mean, just compete, give us some good games. And I want everyone to do good. I always say that, like, because that's better for us. Then we have more games. We have more games to play. We're not fighting
Yeah.
console wars, so we look at it different. I know some are like, they want Xbox to stay trash or whatever they feel about it. But I want them to, I've always said, I want them to do well. I want them to compete. I want them to, because then it makes Sony better too, right? I mean, that's like how it works, and Nintendo as well. Like Nintendo's kind of somewhat getting things together as far as games, but and like output of games, but they need to get back. They need to get their online right. But other than that,
Oh yeah.
I mean, the Switch owners have been pretty happy, I would say, for the most part, as far as games go. It's just, I don't know. I guess Xbox, I just want them to do better because it makes everyone else do better. And then and another thing too, maybe you can agree with me or not, I don't know. I feel like Xbox is ahead in a way, in a small
Continue.
but important way. They, I think, foreseen this PC master race, and they're putting everything on PC because I do believe that's the future, and they are a step ahead on that. So as a PC gamer, Xbox is doing good for me in that way. Like, oh, I'm getting these games on my PC. I'm playing Gears Tactics right now. I have Gears 5 on PC. I can play Halo on here. Halo 2 is coming, what, next week or whatever?
On the 12th, yeah.
Bringing the classics back and all that. Like, they're doing good in those ways, but if you're only on console, you're probably not going to see it that way because you're going to be like, man, they're not doing nothing for us. We're just here sitting here waiting for Xbox Series X, and this was the inside Xbox. So I could see where they're coming from, like, ugh, what is this? Like, this doesn't look next gen. And I'm over here on my PC, like, I've been on next gen. What you mean? Like, I'm over
That's
here.
right.
I saw the jump hustle, the G-Sync monitor. I've been on the jump. So maybe that's why I'm seeing this different. Like, because people are talking about, this doesn't look next gen. I don't like how this looks. These graphics don't, they look like they could be on my PS4 Pro. I'm like, you're on PS4 Pro? I'm on my PC. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I think I'm just looking at it different. Maybe I'm going full master race.
I mean, it's not that difficult
Full
to
master race.
game on PC
Oh
in the
man,
first
Addict's
place.
here. What's up, Addict? You said you weren't happy.
Yeah, it's not that I'm not happy. It's just the way they demonstrated this. It's all about marketing. The way that they came about this, like they made you feel like look, next gen, tune in. You're gonna be excited.
Yeah.
I get that coming from a PC sample because I got a PC. It's not as beast as yours, but you know at the end of the day, it's about what they told me, and what they told me is next gen gameplay. Look, was there gameplay in this? Of course, there was
Yeah.
definitely gameplay in this. Maybe it's just I expected them to go about it differently. Like, how are you gonna say that this is a next gen gameplay showcase, but what you end this with doesn't show gameplay?
Oh, the
So
Assassin's Creed.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the most interesting titles had no gameplay.
Okay, I get what you're saying. So like Assassin's Creed, the horror game. What was it? The
None
Medium?
of that. I don't even know what that horror game is. I have no clue what that's about. Like that could literally be a dream Kojima had, and we would never know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really know if it's like first person, third person, if it's like combat, if it's yeah, I guess. They
but
really
I
show stuff
don't
like
think
that.
this hurt them. I don't. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Oh, this destroyed all their momentum. I think that's foolish. So I
Nah,
think
that's
that,
crazy.
huh?
I said, no, I'm saying that the people who thinking that they crazy. That's not. Yeah,
Yeah,
nah. They
I
done too
think
much
that.
work.
Yeah, I think that this was just strictly showing third party stuff, and people got to realize E3's not here. Sony's still showing a conference. They're going to show something related to their games, to their stuff. Pretty much, they're going. A lot of third parties going with them, like the Batman stuff that people really expected to be here. That's not here. that's probably going to be on Sony's stage. Keep in mind that people held back from this third-party event because, you know, they're going to do their own event. EA is doing their own event. Warner Brothers was going to have their own E3, but no, that's no longer the case. So we don't know what they're doing.
IGN has that thing coming up. Jeff Keighley has this thing coming up.
Yeah.
So
And I
right.
think if you look at it, I think that they label this as the same thing that Jeff Keighley's labeling this. I think this is literally just supposed to start this whole Jeff Keighley movement. Because if you look at it, you know, they're referring to that event in July as Gamer Fest, whatever the hell Jeff Keighley's pronouncing this is. Like, I personally wanted a different presentation. I had no problem with the games. For some reason, you know, people expect that these platform holders have to show nothing but AAA games. And I've never understood that. Ori is one of the best games I played this gen. It's not a AAA game.
Facts.
It's just like some of these people have like narrow minds that they only play AAA games.
Yeah, I can't get down with that.
Yeah, and I don't listen to people who have that because we know it's a few people around here who do have that opinion. I don't take them serious, bro. Because like a lot like my favorite game like this gen for a long time was Celeste before what was that, Uncharted Lost Legacy, right?
AA and indie games
Right.
are outshining AAAs in almost every fashion.
Game almost won Game of the Year, but God of War took that. But I mean, you know, that's just my thing. Like I find enjoyment in whoever makes something. As long as it's good, then we straight. But yeah, no, Microsoft they just promoted this whole thing wrong. Sadly, and it just
Yeah,
you know
the messaging wasn't there, and like you said, Hustle, they've been kind of good with the messaging lately. But then it's kind of like then they take this step, and it's like you were right there, you had your chance.
Yeah, but it's not over. Like I
Nah.
see people tweeting stuff, and they, you know, not troll accounts, but like J-Dub, y'all know J-Dub, right? He's tweeting out like the Ellie in The Last of Us 2 standing over Xbox.
I think
with a
YouTube's
knife to
messing
her
up.
throat.
What happened with YouTube?
I'm having a hard time loading anything on YouTube.
Well, I was
I
playing.
tried to go to my dashboard and it's not going through.
I was replaying the inside Xbox, and that started buffering. So I thought maybe they removed the video.
That
but
Xbox done took down YouTube.
shoot, everyone's live. Everyone's complaining right now, shutting down the servers.
Do I think this is the end of the world? No. I think Microsoft
Not even.
has...
It could have been way worse.
Can
we put that
pacing
out there?
was on point.
Yeah.
The only thing I think is Aaron Greenberg's camera's a little sketchy. I actually sent him a message.
I still need to
sent him a
see
message
that.
telling him, man, you got to get a new camera. Like,
Somebody show me the camera quality. I missed it. I did not see his webcam.
I responded to Luca. Shout out to the Action Luca on Twitter.
Here's what Aaron Greenberg just told me. He literally just messaged me back. I said, I watched it. Good show. Would have liked it more in-depth in terms of gameplay, but besides that, I like the game. P.S. You need a new webcam, Aaron. He said, yeah, I do. I'll get one.
Hurry up, sir.
Wow.
He was using the webcam on his laptop. That's what happened.
Ew.
But see, you got to consider these people aren't used to using their own stuff to do shit like this. Like this coronavirus, I don't think he expected like that to be a thing. It's like, look,
we just got demonetized.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
I think that's YouTube. I think that's YouTube. Because I can't even get into my dashboard right now.
This man addict just got me demonetized.
For what?
For saying the C word. You can't say it.
They're not demonetizing that stuff anymore.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's only if you do it from a negative standpoint. We've been saying on IOP for weeks and we haven't got demonetized.
The thing is with me, like I'm demonetized really easily, so any little thing I'm like.
Erica made somebody mad over there at YouTube.
But you know,
apparently, I don't even call them Let's Chats anymore.
Like, the biggest thing I have an issue with that too is like a lot of their mics were bad, and it's just like if podcasters have better quality and they have a better, you know, standpoint, like if that would have been Luca controlling all that, she'd be like, no, that's not it. Like we gotta get this, you gotta get a Yeti, you gotta get Yeti, everybody gotta have Yetis. Like,
facts. That's my daughter right there. She knows, man, because audio is everything. I'm so picky about audio. Like, if I tune into a podcast or something and it's terrible audio, I'm out. Period.
Yeah,
Um,
they had
yeah,
bad audio quality. They had, Aaron had a really bad camera, which, like I said, this whole virus thing going on, it's got people. I'm sure, if you go to their actual office, at their work, at their actual, places where they film this stuff, all that stuff's there. But people having to work at home, they had to wing it.
I want to say shout out to Is, and I'm gonna tear his name up again. Is and Lorius, I
Hmm.
think that's how you say it. When I first started speaking, he said, "Yo, the first thing out of his mouth," and Eric, I don't know if you saw it, he was like, "Yo, Hustle, what type of mic are you using?" Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's like super important. It's the first thing
See,
that you
It's
should
the
like
people,
first
correct.
impression. Yeah, first
Yeah.
impression.
and I agree with you, Hannibal. Like, they definitely had time to prepare. No one's giving them excuses. Like, no
Hannibal?
one is. I
Who's
don't know
who's
what his
Hannibal?
name is.
Oh, okay.
But
I don't know how to pronounce
all
his name.
the webcams though, they're like sold out a lot right now because
Oh yeah.
everyone's
And it's not even
everyone's
like,
buying them.
well, no, Microsoft clearly they
I know.
had to have
You would think
someone.
they would
Like,
like send them one or like
it,
give them something.
it's like,
That's
but I don't think
crazy.
they really cared, to be honest with you. Like,
Nah,
but Matt Booty's camera was on point. Like, that thing looked
Yeah.
like
Oh
it was
yeah.
it was
4K.
crisp.
Yeah, he was on one. I saw that.
It's like,
He in
cause
the PC
Matt Booty's
master
used to
race.
being in the presentations. Aaron isn't. So I
Mm.
think that's what it was. Like, you had the marketing person announcing that, which kind of seemed weird, which it didn't, but it did at the same time. But Matt Booty's on these more often, so he has a better setup at home. Maybe he does stuff more often than he normally does. Aaron just opened up that laptop, was like, "We rocking, let's go."
It
Oh
was super
man.
trash because y'all know he was on a green screen, right? Like I know, Addict. I know you saw this with the Xbox refrigerator in the
I think
background.
he has that really at his house. Like, I don't think that's a green screen.
I
Nah,
saw
that's a
that
green
too.
screen. You could
I
tell.
just saw a screenshot. I didn't see
No,
like the
I think
video.
he's got a black. I think he's got a black refrigerator that he just throws that little emblem at the front of it. Like, because I've seen that too many times.
Oh, seriously, I thought that was a green
I've
screen.
seen
Yeah,
that too many times. Like, it might be a green screen, but I don't think it is.
it just kind of looked like one. But I mean, and even like okay, and I'll commend Microsoft or Xbox on this. They're leaning into those stupid little jokes. Like it looked like a dehumidifier, space heater, refrigerator. I respect them for like just paying attention to what people are saying. But this today,
This ain't it.
and this is a yeah, this ain't it. Not for third parties. Third parties, like even I know they got their
Aw.
own events. I know this, but I look, just put your best foot forward. Because that makes because like somebody at that office, somebody at Microsoft or somebody at Xbox rather, they saw this and then they greenlit it. Like that's
Okay,
not crazy to
I'm
nobody else.
something just occurred to me when you said that. Like, put your best foot forward. What? Okay, it might scare some people, but what if this is the best foot going into next gen? What if there's really not that many games? You know, it
You got
started
to think
slow.
about, a lot of
It
these
starts
third party
slow.
probably. A lot of these third party probably ain't trying to promote something that we don't know what this whole virus thing has done. Like, a lot of these
Yeah,
games
that
might have been
too.
delayed.
That's another thing too. Yeah, we don't really know. Like, what if this is it? Like, you got Battlefield in a couple years. You got probably Horizon 2. But other than those
When
big ones, like I mean, there's gonna be indie stuff. There's gonna be
I talked
fillers. You know?
I talked to some executives at Microsoft, and they said for the most part, Microsoft's already designed to work from home if they have to.
Yeah.
So, there's some hiccups in the game development, but, a lot of things are going as forward as it normally would. But, when people I think it's mainly people aren't used to working from home, not necessarily they can't work from home.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things in game development that you would think that would have to be hands-on, and that's hurting people. And that's Microsoft. It's hard to tell. They're high up there in the software industry, so they're probably more adaptation to being able to do something like this. People like Ubisoft, it's hard to tell if they're really able to work from home. Like, they're winging it. The entire industry is winging it.
Yeah, we don't know, and especially these indie companies too, where they have less people and
I would
less
expect
resources. So I don't know.
almost every game in the industry right now is delayed at least a year.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
just want to
that's
say
another. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Hudson. Go ahead.
no. I just want to say for the record, this is not important. Sarah Bond was the best part of this Inside Xbox. I'm just saying for
Sarah
me.
Bond.
Yes.
Did I
Lord have
miss
mercy.
her? I must have missed that.
You did, but that's her. I didn't. Like,
Apparently not.
like
She
for
made an
real. Like
impact.
yeah, that's
Damn.
it. No, but I don't know, man. Like if I mean, like I said, well, I think Attica said it too. everybody does have their own events this year, but I'm like, yo, you still should. All right, we know you got your own event, but come on, don't leave a bad taste in my mouth like that from any of these third parties. Like I know Erica, you want the new Assassin's Creed game. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see how I played, but I guess
Honest with you, Microsoft was doing so well. I expected them to drop the ball in some form of fashion. Like
oh
It's
Jesus,
like too
I
good to
can't
be
be that
true or
negative.
it just
something.
got to the soul point, man. It's just like, and it's just like they've been doing a very good job at explaining stuff. You know, they were transparent. They tell people that there was no first party. I think they should have been more realistic on what the gameplay meant, because that's what people are upset with, and I don't blame people, because when we like, just imagine how this event started. It started a great presentation of that first person game with the bat and the fight and the dude with the shield. That was a great way to show gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then after that, it's just like it just disappeared.
It was more like, yeah, more slices after that. It's like
it
it
was more
showed
in-game engine trailers than anything. It wasn't gameplay.
like it was gameplay in some of these trailers, but it was more like a, how would you put, I guess, more produced, like cinematic kind of type, because it was showing combat, it was showing how the game plays, shooting, all of that, but it wasn't like full on like somebody's behind the controller playing this game right now. Like it wasn't like a demo type, but you could see gameplay in some of these.
There
right,
was
right.
gameplay, and
Yeah.
then when you were talking about it, you were showing me, I was thinking to myself, you know what? She's right. I need to calm down a little bit.
Ah, the
But it's
influencer, hey, see, that's what I was saying.
it's just like at the end of the day, it's like what they kind of promoted this was, and what we got was two different things.
Pre-scripted
Like
gameplay, Jacob. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, it's
they
kind of like
kind of
scripted.
low key promoted this as like, this is where you're going to see the next game leap. And
Right.
you know, it's like you said. I don't say, because I don't give two shits about that. I want to play a good game. I'll play a good game. Doesn't matter if it's a double A, triple A, single A. I don't even like that term, double, triple, single A. But you know, I gotta say it because
Single A
people in
is
the
a
chat like
thing?
it.
I haven't heard that one.
I guess that's an indie. I guess that's an indie.
Yeah, I just hear indie.
But
Yeah.
it's just like we expected that here,
Mm.
and I guess they could have showed more appealing games to a bigger audience, but I don't even think that was the issue. I think the game presentation was fine. It's just there were certain games that looked really interesting that we don't even know what's about. And I feel like the stuff that's shown now, that was going to be at E3. So regardless what happened, we was going to see these games.
Yeah.
It's just they broke up their E3 presentation into two parts. They're going to show this, and then they're going to show the first party one. And if you look at the way that Aaron worded, or it was either Aaron or Matt Booty worded,
Mm-hmm.
it sounded weird. He said, we're going to start
Mm-hmm.
presenting our first party in July. He didn't say we're going to show our presentation in July. So I think there's going to be multiple events in July, and I think they're going to dedicate to like certain things. Like you're going to have a Halo event that's going to show the Halo games from the campaign to the multiplayer, to things like that. I don't think it's just going to be one event in July. It might be like little events that equal up to one big event. You know, we looking like they're going to mess up there too, because I don't like that.
Yeah, so it's a start. There's gonna be multiple events. When I'm thinking about it too, like as you're talking, it's making me think like, well, if I'm Microsoft, and I'm not saying this as an excuse to have like mediocre stuff at the beginning, but if you do have mediocre stuff, you need to show, right? Like the quote unquote mediocre, the stuff they showed today, the mid stuff. Would
Get
you
it out
show
the
it
way.
now? Yeah, get it out the way. And then you have, okay, Last of Us 2 coming out, Ghost of Tsushima. I would show the bangers during that time. So I'm thinking if Microsoft was being, I guess, playing this smart, that's what they should do. So if they want to show Halo, show it in July, show it in June, show the big bangers then, and that will hopefully make up for this in people's minds. Because if they're seeing this one and it's looking trash to them, hopefully Microsoft can rebound. And during those times when Sony's going off and they got these games coming out and they're the talk of the town, you got to come with something big to at least compete. So maybe that's the move. I know I'm giving a lot of credit to them right now, and because that would be smart, but we'll see.
Yeah, but you never show your hand immediately. Like I think Kobe was saying that. I'm like, bro, you don't come out swinging like that. You don't like a lot of times you don't have to. It's like sometimes you just gotta wait it out. Because when you hit people with your strongest hand and it's not good, then what do you have to look forward?
Let's
Like you just
just
show people how weak you are on that aspect.
Yeah, because let's say they did, alternate universe, they showed Halo today. Last of Us 2 gonna come out. These other games gonna come out. Everyone's gonna forget about
I have a
Halo.
point there. I think that's the reason it's in July. is 'cause
Everyone's gonna forget.
They don't even want the Ghost Tsushima smoke. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
They
Yeah.
want all of that completely gone. They want the tides calm. They want the fire out. And then they're like, here's what we have for you. But then again, they might be doing it in July because they don't know when Sony gonna pop their guns out either.
Same.
And
Yeah,
they
exactly.
figure July is a safe bet.
By then, we might have seen the PS5. We might know prices, possibly. But yeah, I think, and then Last of Us 2 out the way. All that people being divisive over the game, all that done. Ghost of Tsushima's out. All right, you guys, here's Halo. That would be the way they should do it.
At the end of the day, none of this is whatever they show is not relevant. Whatever they show on the Xbox is, they've been doing a good job. What is the most important thing that Xbox needs to make sure is on point is that Halo. Because if that Halo doesn't come out and it's not hitting right, I have a feeling they're gonna have a real bad start of a gen.
I'm about to get crazy. Luca, where you at? Get in here, girl. In my Discord.
What's up, Luca, my girl?
Says
someone told Luca I was talking about her on the podcast.
Oh man. Let me read her super chat though. My expectations were in check and I was still concerned about the misstep in marketing. They said Series X showcase of gameplay. What gameplay? Yeah, we've been talking about it off and on with the gameplay part, Luca. Like they showed, I mean, there was gameplay in there, but it's just a lot of like, it's like script.
I think the gameplay was fine.
It's like scripted gameplay, vertical slices, as they say, and all that. I guess because like it wasn't demos or like you didn't see a UI or like natural gameplay. I think people had a problem with that. Maybe that's where it's coming from, Luca. You could explain. She said she's coming in here.
Yeah, I had to bounce out here in a minute because
all right. Yeah, she could take your spot.
I'm not one of the gifted people that get to stay home right now. I'm kind of like jealous of people right now. I like low-key am. It's like, man, why can't I work a job that can get shut down and I still get paid? Like, why can't that happen?
Me too, dog. You ain't the only one.
I definitely don't take it for granted. I'm pretty lucky right now. I'm gonna say that. So yeah, Luca gonna come in to give her.
Kid is just sloppy.
What's
It's the next gen Xbox game reveal. June the 19th, Halo Infinite. November the 19th, Everwild. Dev 19. Well, that's when they showed Hellblade 2. January, Project Mara. May, several third-party trailers. In July, Xbox Game Studios. Mad at Xbox for what has shown May 2020. Meanwhile, Sony, June the 20th logo, and April the 20th a controller. Proud of Instagram likes.
I wanted to speak on that. Erica, there was a meme going around. It's a SpongeBob meme where SpongeBob would just come out and mop, and Squidward would try to do all of this stuff, and nobody was impressed by it. But when SpongeBob came out and mopped the floor, everybody was giving him a standing ovation. So I have been seeing that a lot lately. I mean, and Microsoft can't hit right. They just
all I know is everyone at IOP is on Erica's side.
Oh yeah, they're just kind of like
I was the only one on the other side.
Huh. Well,
no, I think Saul was with me. He wasn't there at the reaction, but
so they're kind of just
like they all were attacking me.
Oh damn! I'm gonna have to listen back to that. I'll listen back. But yeah, Addict, you were messaging me, and I was like, yeah, I just woke up. I really did not like. I was not hyped at all or anything. I was like, if I get up, I'll get up. I'll catch it.
I heard the click. I think Luca's in here.
Yeah, she's here. Luca.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, you sounding like Aaron Greenberg's mic right now.
I know. What's going on there?
Sorry.
Let me turn you up a little bit.
There we go.
I was not next to my mic. Sorry. This is what I think, right?
Did you hear what I said about their presentation with you, Luca?
No.
I said they lucky Luca over there, because if Luca was in charge of that, Luca would be like, no, that mic's not hit. You get a mic. you get a new webcam. I was like, Luca would have been there. That
the presentation
would not have went that way.
Yeah, Aaron in Greenberg's webcam and all that.
I was like, Luca got more standards in terms of presentation than Microsoft
does. I hate to fucking see it, dude. Like, I don't understand what they could have been thinking. Like, that was the first thing I said when I saw Aaron Greenberg. I was like, what? Where's your webcam? I have a better webcam than Aaron Greenberg. So, shocked, really.
Podcasters have better quality than Microsoft does right now.
Definitely.
I hate to see it. Now, here's the thing, right? I have not been excited for a gaming event or a gaming show. The last one that I was happy with was the Game Awards, and before then it was like none of them, because all of them are disappointing, all of them are lackluster, most of them are trash, and I don't know what is wrong with the PR team, the marketing team at Xbox, their brains. Where are they? I don't know. Like, hire me, I could do a better fucking job. I could tell you this is not gonna work. And then it's like, getting people who don't have presentation skills to do these fucking events is the worst idea ever. That one guy, I don't remember which one it was. He sounded like he was reading from a fucking script. His voice was all, and Xbox, yeah, woo, look, that's Phil Spencer's home. When it was a scorn thing, and I was just like, okay, I
know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Get him off the fucking screen. Like, he's, you know, all respect to him. I'm sure he's great in his actual position, but as like someone doing presentations, he sucks. Fucking speech 101. Speech 101. We all had to take it in fucking college. Take it.
Damn, Luca going in on the presentation. I'm with it.
And then I see people who are like, well, you should have had your expectations in check. My expectations were in check. My expectations were to see the gameplay that they said they were going to fucking show. Where was the gameplay?
If anything, Luca, the fact that they've been so transparent and they said gameplay was there, we thought gameplay was going to be there.
I mean, like, literally, though, my expectations couldn't have been higher than the dirt floor that they were at. And yet I'm still shocked that they were able to disappoint me. Like, baffling, really. So, you know, like everything Xbox this generation, mediocre, not shocked at all. Just kind of like, okay. So, you know, and then I see Xbox fanboys throwing a little a fit, as per usual, pathetic.
Me and Kid Smooth got into it over it.
Kid Smooth literally posted spoilers for The Last of Us 2. He was so fucking salty.
Today? Today?
Yeah.
What?
Go look at his Twitter.
Yeah, that's some
Smooth,
petty.
what you doing, Smooth?
Oh, I muted Smooth
Oh.
a while ago, so yeah.
Yeah, everybody, if you don't want to get ruined on The Last of Us, go ahead and mute him right now, because this is not going to end. I can guarantee you it's
He
not
did.
Gonna end.
He put the little Kobe gif on it, too.
Like, I don't
That one.
I don't know. I started responding to him.
Wow.
I pulled away. I was just like, if I respond to him now, I'm gonna be really, really mean, and that's gonna be the end of any friendship that we have. So, you know, I was like, I fell back. I was like, let me leave this dude alone for now. I might come back later once I've calmed down. But I'm just like disgusted overall by everyone's reaction. Not surprised, not shocked, because I don't expect much from these people, but still. So, you know, yeah, it was bad. It was fine. It was fine. Whatever. I don't care. So that's my thought process.
Did any game stand out to you at all? Like anything kind of catch your interest at least? Nothing?
I'll tell you what stood out for me. I was just, you know, minding my whole ass business, watching this fucking stream.
Start with
and
that.
then
And an
just
emote.
like, they're just like, you know what? We're gonna show some H.R. Geiger-esque game, and I'm like, oh no! I saw the alien and the pregnancy shit. I am not with it. Okay, I hate it. That shit. So, listen, the Alien franchise is fucking disgusting. Like, I cannot. It's gross. I hate it so much.
It's all slimy
like,
and yeah.
So I'm like, and you know, I've seen H.R. Geiger's work, so I'm looking at the game. I'm like, oh my god. They're gonna do the pregnancies and the aliens again. I don't want it, man. I don't fucking want it. So, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, that's the only thing that stood out for me. And that's it. Everything else was whatever. I don't care. So.
Damn. Luca out here.
Assassin's Creed. Listen, I don't need to see gameplay for Assassin's Creed Valhalla to buy it because I have an idea of what the gameplay is going to look like.
Facts.
That being said, these motherfuckers said they were going to show fucking gameplay and they did not, okay? That is a problem.
Yeah.
But it's Ubisoft. What do I expect from them? The bare minimum. Absolutely nothing.
That's-
Liars. That's what they are.
Yeah, that's the one I was like, okay, you needed gameplay on this because we already knew it was coming. They already announced it, they teased it, and they're like, yeah, get more, of a deep dive on Thursday, guys. And then they show it and it's basically like an extension of the teaser. Like it's a CGI trailer. And it's like that's the one because the other games I can kind of forgive, I guess, if there's not as much gameplay because they're just telling us for the first time. They're announcing these games. It's a reveal. But Assassin's Creed, we already knew. It's like we knew. So we're here to see more. We want to see gameplay. That's the one I totally agree with you guys on. Like they needed gameplay for that one.
Yeah. I don't know. Like that was the one that they were like hinging on. That was the one most people were looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't know. And then, you know what? There's like this stigma when it comes to Game Pass. Because let me tell you, when I was watching, as soon as I saw that Game Pass logo pop up, I like looked down and started going through my phone. Because I immediately assumed that it was going to be something lackluster and mediocre. And that is a stigma that they have with Game Pass. I'm not saying that that's reality. I'm saying that is a stigma that they need to overcome. Overcome, yes.
So you're saying like, man, because these games just haven't been it for you and they're on Game Pass, they need the one to like get rid of that stigma. It needs to end.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Gears 5, great, awesome. I'm just saying, listen, like I said, it's a stigma. I'm not saying it's reality. I'm not saying it's real. I really have to like really reiterate these things because people lack comprehension skills / they're stupid. But I'm saying that this is a stigma that Xbox has in regards to Game Pass, and they perhaps should try working on that. But they probably won't because their marketing is garbage and their PR team. Where are they? Where's their PR team at? I don't know. No, where's their PR team? Who do they have in these PR meetings? Because whoever they need to be fired, all of them. Fire all of them. Because they suck. They're trash. Every time we have a fucking event, it's garbage. Explain this to me. I don't understand. The best thing about Xbox is when we don't expect it. When they're like, we're out of nowhere. We're going to come out with this trailer for Hellblade 2. Amazing. Oh, and you also get to see the Series X. Amazing. Awesome. Wow. When my expectations are just not there, you are able to impress me. But when you come out and say, hey, we're showing gameplay, next-gen gameplay for the Series X, only to showcase that, I'm not upset. I'm fine. We're okay. It's okay. I am okay.
They keep telling me to turn your I feel like
up a little bit. Turn yourself up.
I got her at 140%, and she loud for me, but I don't know if it's like loud for the thing.
Well, you know what? Perhaps that's the best because the last thing you guys need is to hear me screaming.
Nah, I live for this. I tell you what, you guys, it's you listening to Luca on her podcast and stuff is one thing. It's great, but when you're actually in the room, I don't know what it is. It's like even better. I live for this.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah.
Now you keep it real though. You're honest, and I know you're very in tune with like Twitter and the opinions going around. You get into it, with people on Twitter. So I like to hear your perspective because you're seeing a lot of these opinions. See me, I kind of say my 2 cents and then I kind of move on for the most part. But I think you engage more with the public and like you said, these idiots. And so it's funny. It's always entertaining to hear your perspective. I feel like it's great.
I get a lot of responses from people so far. I did my thoughts on Inside Xbox so far. It's 923 votes and 55 replies. I always retweet what people say in response to my polls. So, to get there's a wide variety of opinions out there and stuff. I do like to engage with people because I want to see what other people think. But let me tell you, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I know what's happening. It's just another day in the community. I don't know. Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. I thought, you know what, Addict, I'm actually shocked that you didn't come out here with a bad take like you usually do. So.
Oh, shots fired. Shots
right.
fired.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm just joking.
What
Joke.
bad take? No, you can't joke like that and expect me
Let's
not to ask
go.
for it.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's funny. That's funny. So, Luca, would you consider yourself kind of like a disgruntled Xbox fan?
No, because I don't expect anything from Xbox. So
You're
there's
just,
nothing to
you've
do.
accepted it at this point. Because I'm kind of in that boat where I've accepted that, you know, they make missteps a lot. And I just feel like, no matter what they do, like you said, the stigma, like I feel like that's not going to go away anytime soon. They can put out a banger, and I just feel like the community is just not going to take to it. They're not going to like it.
No, but
PlayStation posted that new thing of Ghost of Tsushima on their Twitter.
Oh, they did? Yeah, they always fire back. They're always
It was
petty.
like it wasn't even a trailer or anything like that. It was just a gif of all the horse riding that's in Ghost of Tsushima and the different elements.
Oh, man.
Because that's all they needed after this damn shit.
PlayStation
Yeah.
being super petty.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love it.
45
I love
minutes
it.
ago. Yeah, it's just him riding a horse.
yeah, it's I don't know. You know, I just don't know at this point. But yeah, I don't get hyped up or anything like that for any of these events, especially nothing involving Xbox. Honestly, that's not a slight or a dig at them, but perhaps it is. Perhaps it is. I don't know, because at the end of the day, I am gonna get a Series X. You know, they already have me locked in, so yeah. I mean, so it's whatever. You know, at the end of the day. Because I'm going to go where the majority of my friends are going to be playing their games.
Right.
And I'll get a PlayStation 5 when they come out with a single player game I want to play.
Did you see that that Bungie announced that they're gonna have a next gen they're gonna go ahead and do next gen platforms of Destiny 2 on these games consoles?
I saw DMG's post.
Well, no, Bungie posted it.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I saw DMG's post. He's one of the community managers, so.
Oh, well, I was talking about when the actual Bungie thing did it, but that's the same thing, so.
Yeah. I mean, he's the mouthpiece for them. So, yeah, man. I just I don't know.
No,
It's whatever.
Luca, no, it's okay, Luca. Let it all out. But let me ask you a question while I have you here. When are you gonna play Gears with us? Addict, don't you say a damn word. This is something
I know.
that
I already
we
know what
need.
she's gonna say.
The streets need this.
No
Luca.
interest in
Here.
Gears.
I
that
tried.
gonna work?
I've tried.
Oh, I thought you left. I was about to say, damn, Luca, I ain't mean nothing. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I don't have any interest in it. I don't.
I know. I'm just.
I know.
you
No,
something
Erica's
like
been trying to get me to play it for years now. I'm like, who? Years what? Nah, I'm good.
I've tried. I think your comeback is like, well, when you play Destiny, and you know that ain't
It's like,
happening. So it's
That's
like,
never gonna happen. So you're like,
yeah.
all right, bye.
It's like,
So.
okay, we ain't playing, I guess. It's all good though. It's all good.
Yeah, but so what do you guys think of it?
Meh.
Meh, I guess for Hustle. It
that.
was
6.5.
it was okay for me because I went in with literally no expectations at all. I barely woke up in time for it because I'm here on West Coast and it started at 8 o'clock. I woke up like 7:50 or something. Got my ass up, watched it, and I was like, I get an idea of these games. They look all right. A couple of them. One of them looked really cool. What was it called? The Astro Chain type one. Which one was it, Hustle? I forget the title already.
Made by Namdar Banco. I done tore their name up. But yeah, you saw
Nexus or something like that. That one looks cool. I like, and they showed combat. They showed like a boss fight in there, and there's like actual gameplay, which was cool. So I was kind of confused at first because a lot of people were on Twitter like, "There's no gameplay," and I'm like, "Well, I'm seeing it, but maybe it's not the gameplay you expected, or you wanted like full on demo, or you wanted it not scripted." I guess people just don't like the scripted gameplay, so I was just kind of confused on that. Then I was kind of going after the content creators I was seeing, no names, but I was just kind of like, okay, we all the time we're speculating about this junk, about next gen and how it's not going to be a big jump, and we love indies and we're open to indies and we're open to these new games and all this stuff, and we're so used to them showing vertical slices. We're used to this by now. So why are we acting so surprised? Why are we acting so mad? That's kind of my point, because I'm watching this thing and I didn't feel anything. It was just like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm not interested in this. I was just kind of looking at it from that point of view. But I guess my tweets were just kind of like on that wave of like, man, I don't get why people are so mad. I guess, but I could understand it's Xbox's fault. I could totally understand. They're the ones that had. See, I wasn't really following that stuff. I don't follow Xbox like that and like listen to them every single word they say. So when they were saying, yeah, we're gonna have all this gameplay, I guess people expected more. Like you, Luca, you expected more. So I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Like that's the only that is the only reaction I'm having. Like if this was a normal Inside Xbox, first of all, I don't watch Inside Xbox because it's trash all the time for me. So I don't watch it. I don't ever have my expectations like through the roof for anything Xbox related because they're always disappointing. And so but the fact that they said we're Xbox Series X gameplay, I'm like, oh my god, well I have to watch then. And only for me to watch it and be like, it's this, and I'm like, all right, well, perhaps I should have known better because they're always disappointing. But still, you know, my expectations were in line, and it was still awful.
No, I feel you, because it's like you hear next gen, and it's like, yeah, you think next gen. I'm gonna see something crazy. I'm gonna see something that looks next gen. And when you're seeing some kind of indie title or something that's not really showing gameplay, it's vague. It's just sort of like, oh, this is a thing. Okay, you got the little alien thing going on that you were talking about, and that was kind of gross. And you're just watching it, and you're not really like impressed. So, yeah. But again, I mean, I just blame Microsoft for all that. It's bad messaging, I guess. Maybe if they would have came out and said, yeah, if they would have come out and said, you know what, we're gonna take a look at some third party, some indie titles. You know, first look at these games and, you know, and go from there. And then maybe the next one be like, okay, here's our first party. Here's our bangers. Maybe if they would have came in with like, you know, that attitude, maybe it'd be different. I don't know. What's up, Jez?
I would have definitely, you know, I would have accepted it more. Like, I don't have a problem with CG trailers and stuff like that, but don't say Aaron, because I was following it. Aaron Greenberg was jumping out the window. It was like, oh, gameplay. Oh, this is how it's gonna look on the Xbox Series X. Oh shit, all right. Well, let's see. And then the first game looked really good. And it's on Steam right now though, but I can't think of the name of it. That first game made by the one cat in China. Like that was cool. Like the
that was
Astro
crazy.
Chain.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, like that was cool. Like it was a few things that was good, and it wasn't complete trash. But some of those games, they definitely look like they're on the OG Xbox VCR version, the TV monitor.
Oh man, we going that far back?
Yes, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Quality too.
Damn,
man, look.
You talking crazy, Hustle?
I'm not really though. I'm not really. It was the one game.
Which one are you talking about when you say that? Which one?
It was the first person game where dude was like dancing with the mannequins.
Oh,
and
that
all that
one.
That joint looked. Oh my god.
I think I've already blocked out this event from my mind. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh shit.
It was the one I thought it was We Happy Few at first. It was a vampire game.
Oh yeah, I thought it was We Happy Few as well. I was like, oh, this is and then I was like looking at it, I was like, are we playing as a serial killer or something? This is interesting. So
it was kind of spooky. It was kind of spooky because you had like people hanging as puppets and stuff like that.
Placements of the bodies, that was nice.
And then constantly snapping and dancing around, and I'm like, what the hell? This is some crazy serial killer, and then he's a vampire. I'm like, all right, okay, I guess you're first person vampire. You bite people and make them puppets. I have no idea, but yeah, the art style, I guess it wasn't it. For you.
When the chick gave the middle finger, you could see like all like the pixelated like
I did notice that.
You call it the jaggies. I said, oh, ew, no.
Yeah, I noticed that.
My stomach started hurting. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Damn. So look at.
Apparently, the Scorn game is an Xbox console exclusive. Keep it. Just take it back. I don't want it. That's the one with the alien stuff.
I like that one.
Luca, you know the band Tool, right? That was a Tool video. Yeah. You see that?
I saw your tweet. That shit was so funny.
That's the first thing I thought. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, this is the new Tool video? Like, what is this? You know, you got body parts coming out of who knows what, and it's just weird. And yeah, dripping and wet. I was like, nah, it's kind of crazy right now. But yeah, I mean, what else can we say? It was... I think Microsoft's fault in the end. We can all agree on that. We can agree on that. You know, I mean, if they are trying to be like somewhat like Nintendo Direct type style, Nintendo, I think, well, sometimes they mess up too, but they do have like their nindies, and they'll say, hey, this is going to be all indie games, or this is going to be all this and all that. And you kind of know what to expect, at least I think for the most part. There are Nintendo fans that are like, oh my gosh, I hope they show Star Fox or, whatever. And that doesn't happen. But like, yeah, I think if Xbox would have just been more like, hey, these are just the first rollout. Check out these games, from smaller studios or something like that. And a look at Assassin's Creed. Keep it like that. And then that's it. I think they would have been better off, I think.
I just want to say that although this was pretty bad, I would prefer for Microsoft to get the trash out the way. Let me say trash. To get the lighter stuff out the way first and save their heavy hitters for a little bit later, because you got to play the strategic game with PlayStation, because we saw what they did yesterday with the Last of Us 2 trailer. Now, and I'm not going to speak on it, but if everything wouldn't have leaked, I would have I'd have lost my freaking mind. I'm trying to watch my. I would have lost my mind.
I would have been hyped.
That.
Yeah, that was a good trailer.
No spoilerinos, right? But I do want to say, and I'm going to have to say this on Scumcast, I owe everyone a fucking apology for the way they've reacted to these Last of Us 2 spoilers, because I saw some of them.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Now that I saw the major spoilers, I'm like, you know what? I am so sorry. I owe you an apology, because you're right to be upset. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
Dang,
no spoilers.
You heard it here first then, you guys. Yeah, because I still need to catch up on Scumcast. I have a lot to catch up on. So I haven't heard you going after everyone on the panel. So were they upset and you were kind of telling them to chill out? Was that what you were doing?
Like, I was, okay. Well, I was
without spoilers.
I was trying to be nice last week. And I was like, listen, I understand why people are upset, but we should wait for the game to come out so you can get the full context, because sometimes, things end up being different than we expect, right? Because there's been many times I've been spoiled for stuff and people have offered their opinions, and, then I watch the episode for myself or I play the game for myself and I'm like, wow, these people are so fucking stupid. Like, I can't stand it. But then, then I saw that, I deliberately went out of my way to look at these spoilers because I have zero interest in The Last of Us 2 in regards to playing it. And I saw the full scope of them and I was just like, oh my God, well, just kidding. Sorry, And I was going to say something on Twitter, but I figured it would be better to get it out in voice so I can explain myself. Because if these spoilers are true, I don't know. I have like a program starting a couple days after The Last of Us 2 comes out, so by the time people finish with it, I will be in my program minding my business. I'm gonna be like, I don't see anything. I have no eyes. I see nothing, because it's gonna be really bad. Like, the reaction will be really, really bad, and it's gonna be a shit show for at least a month and a half. So if it's true,
it's gonna be very divisive.
I have a theory on it. I definitely have a theory on it. Me and Erica and a few of us spoke about it last night. Look, you know how you'll see like movie trailers and stuff like that, and they'll have like a director's cut version. I think that some of the information you saw is very accurate, right? I think it's some things that you can't like get away from, but I think that they've added a few other things just to try to throw people off. I believe that. That's just my belief right now. So I just think that maybe it's some extra stuff that won't be in the game.
I hope you're right.
Well, me and Neil Druckmann, I mean, he's catching hands.
If
just not for me, but just in general, because this is like, if these spoilers are true, this is like the most jarring fall from grace that I have ever seen a game studio experience. And I'm just like I said, this is a prediction sort of thing. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm saying if these spoilers are true, this is the biggest misstep I have ever seen a corporation take in regards to being a game development studio. So
damn.
Well,
damn. I like it. I'm gonna play it. I've been gifted the game. I said it earlier, which is it's crazy. I'm still like in shock of that. But I'm gonna stream it, play it. I got to now, regardless how I feel. But I do have my concerns. I'm gonna play it. I'll be the first to say, hey, it was good if it's good. But yeah, going into it, like Luca, knowing what I know and now what happens, it's like just as from a writing point of view and just narrative point of view, and like I think about TV shows, I think about other games with stories I really love, and I think about if they did it, and I'm like, no way, like people would have a fit. you know? And so I feel like the jury's still out, but it's spooky, and I'm still on that. I'm still on that wave. Yeah.
What's the right word for it? It is, yeah.
I see Blessed, Julian. What's up, Blessed?
Gang.
Hey, we're almost gonna wrap up, but I wanted to get Luca's take on all this, and I love Luca. I love Luca.
Thanks, girl. I love you too.
That's the first time I think we've been in my chat together. Oh, it's crazy.
Can I say I love Luca too? Like,
Yes.
thank you, and I do want to thank you for all of the opportunities you've presented my way, and to just extending your platform to me. And I've told you this behind the scenes, but I want everybody else to hear it. You're like, both of you all are fucking awesome. Bless Red, you alright too. You alright.
You alright.
I.
That's my
Yeah.
man. No, but thank you both.
Yeah, Luca, I gotta get you on backlog one of these days. I get
Sounds
you
good
on.
to I said that sounds good to me.
Yeah, for sure. But Bless, did you want to say something? I don't know if Luca, you want to stay, or I don't know. I don't want to stream
I'm
too
gonna hop
long.
out because I'm joining random Xbox parties to see which of my friends are damage controlling. So I can talk to them, so.
Go for it. Go for it.
It's been none of them, so we'll see.
Hey.
Luca,
Alright,
really quick, I will DM you on Twitter. I need a favor from you if you don't
Sure.
mind.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
that's fine.
All right,
Alright,
Luca.
catch you guys
Thanks for
later.
coming. All right, I'll catch you later.
Bye.
Peace. Bless, do you want to close this out? What you got to say?
Wait for E3 2024.
Oh shit.
2024. Damn.
Have a good night.
All right. Well, we'll end with that. That's a yeah. Blessed out here with the Aaron Greenberg mic too. It's wild.
Hmm?
And you
Oh, I
sound
sound crazy?
kind of fuzzy.
Oh, it does? Wait,
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. But yeah, we're spoiled, I think, Hustle, at this point with these nice mics and mixers and everything. I think we're just spoiled.
Let me say this before I go. I want you all to follow me on Twitter at To Love My Ambition. Erica has been helping me just trying to get my branding and stuff right. And if anybody ever wants to know in terms of like my audio setup, I can do a video on it. It's not a problem, but it's around $1,000, but it's well worth it. As I keep getting all these compliments, not just from Erica or other people, just people who I don't even know who just hop on my stream. They be like, "Yo, you sound really good." And I'm like, "Thank you, I appreciate it."
Yeah, audio is everything. Definitely.
Audio is important. So why you rocking some beats, bruh? Y'all want to talk about my headphone or y'all want to talk about my mic? You rocking some beats, bro.
First of all, these were a gift, sir, and this isn't the time.
Yo, throw that gift in the garbage can, bro. What
Nope.
kind of audio
You
is that?
talking about his headset?
Yeah, I'm on my headphones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, follow Hustle though. Blessed streams as well. You guys follow these guys on Twitch. Blessed, what's your Twitch again? Blessed Red? Is there a number?
I'll stream in a month and a half, gang.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when I stream. I just do
Yeah,
it.
he kind of random, not consistent, but that's how I started, so I can't hate. I can't hate on that. I think I might be streaming later. I'm gonna try, probably maybe in a couple hours or so. I don't know what I'm playing. We still haven't. There's so many games I haven't even played on stream yet. But yeah, Erica's for the win on Twitch. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully, I didn't get demonetized this stream because YouTube, they're out for me. Constantly demonetizing me.
What'd you say? Oh, it's not. Oh.
Nothing really. I mean, I really don't be saying anything. I don't curse. I don't. It's just crazy out here, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's why I think I love Twitch even more these days. So yeah, follow me on Twitch, Eric It's for the win. Follow Hustle, Blessed, Luca, Addict, all the people who came through today. Appreciate you guys coming through, giving your opinions. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Xbox. We still got the event next month and the month after and all the way up to holiday, right? They're gonna have something every month, apparently.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, if you're a Halo fan, yeah, apparently, yeah. That's what Greenberg said. But and the thing about Aaron Greenberg is this is the same man that had a chip in his mouth and he was eating it like a Dorito. Remember?
Like some
it's a monster. Like it's the same dude. So and the one that was wearing Xbox socks and stuff like that. Remember that? So sometimes it's like, yeah, I see his tweets, I see him promising things, but it's like, you are that same dude that was tweeting out your socks. So
you gotta have a hype man, bro. He's just Microsoft.
He's a hype man. Yeah, exactly. Do they still have that one chick there? What's her name? The one everyone wanted to get fired. What was her name? The one that worked at Xbox.
Janet Loftus?
Her, yeah. Is she still there?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, man. But they got some goofballs, you know? So sometimes I guess maybe I'm just in that point where it's like, man, if it ain't Phil Spencer, for the most part, I'm just kind of like, I take it all with like a grain of salt, I feel like, because they're hype men. I feel like remember they sat around the couches with a bowl of controllers like candy? Remember that? I don't forget. I don't forget this stuff.
What the hell are they gonna do with that shit? Play air, bro? They ain't playing no games on Xbox. On the Xbox, bro.
And,
shout out to Super Dave in the chat. I expect the same thing, and I'm excited for that. I'm way more excited for that.
If they can if they had an Inside Xbox and all those games, Perfect Dark, Fable, and Halo Infinite were shown, that would be pretty crazy. Yeah, I would be surprised. I would be surprised. Maybe my expectations are just so low for this company. And I felt so wronged in the past with Xbox One and these games that not fulfilling sometimes. Maybe I'm just at that point where I'm jaded. I'm like, man, Xbox is being Xbox. And when they do something great, then it'll really be like, wow, let's go. You know, it'll be like something. So I'm hoping for that. I always want them to get there. But like I said before, they're never going to be at Sony's level. I mean, they're just not going to.
Or not. Sorry. Who is it called?
Initiative.
343?
Initiative, bro. Oh. They need to show their fucking game, bro.
Them too.
All this talk, all this hype. They need to show something. And next month, that's the next thing. Next month.
I think so. Yeah. Well, not next month, but it's going to be in July for their first party output. So we'll see.
I'm surprised not June, because that's like E3 time. Maybe they just don't want smoke with Last of Us. I don't know.
I think they're going to talk about Lockhart in June and get that out the way.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think they're going to get that out the way. Maybe show it. Maybe. I don't know when they'll give prices, though. I don't know about that.
They're waiting on Sony. They're waiting on Sony for that one.
It's like, who's gonna jump first? Because Sony don't need to. So I'm wondering, like, what's the move? Who's first?
Yeah, me.
Either way, if Xbox comes with two consoles, they're going to undercut them either way, so.
Yeah.
Sony just might as well just say that shit.
It's crazy, these conversations we had today, chat, everybody listening, like, it's like I was back on a podcast again. It's kind of wild. It's like, we doing all this speculating, we're doing all this predicting, and I'm like, crazy. I guess it ain't so bad when you don't have to do it so often. It's like I'm more like open to it, because when you do it like weekly, it's kind of rough. It can weigh on you a little bit. Trust me. But like when you do it here and there, it's like, it's kind of fun. But yeah, you guys, Blast Hustle, thanks for being here. Thanks, chat, for listening. If you're watching later, leave me a comment below. Let me know what's up. Follow me on Twitch. Backlog Podcast on Anchor, SoundCloud, all that. We're going to be live also, Backlog, this Saturday. So tune in for that. 5:30 Pacific. And that's it, you guys. I'm out. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.